Hello lovelies, and welcome to the doll room, and welcome back if you are returning. Today I am going to share a whole new range of dolls that have come into my collection in April. It's a collection of dolls that I've wanted to buy for quite a while, but they were just too expensive for what they were, I thought. But recently they've all come down in price, some really good sales on them, so I jumped in. And this series of dolls is the first set of dolls that I've ever bought that I feel it's a joint collection. It's a joint collection between me and my eldest daughter Tilly. What series of dolls am I talking about? I am talking about the incredible Magic Mixie Pixling dolls. Oh my gosh, I just love them. So I'm going to put some pictures here of how they looked when we were going through the magical process of unboxing them, although unboxing seems like an odd thing to say because it's way more than an unboxing. So you can see from the pictures they come in these amazing jars that look like magic potion jars. There's a whole thing about putting stars in and putting sticker charms in and pouring water in and magic liquid and magic potion and saying magic words, and me and Tilly sat together and we absolutely adored doing it. So I didn't actually film the unboxing process or the magic potion process because Tilly didn't want to film it, and I'm fine with that. We just had the most magical evening together, getting all of these dolls out of their magic containers, and it just made me think about how lovely it is to share parts of the collection. And I wondered whether you guys have shared collections or shared parts of your collections. I know that Juli over at the Doll Coven, I know that she shared her husband's dolls, and some of their dolls have crossed over. He's got some of hers, she's got some of his, so I know that that's shared. Who else? I know Kada has got some sharing aspects of her collection with her husband. He had the Barbies that he found in that were joined onto his push bike basket, and I know that he goes doll hunting for her. So I know that some of you have shared parts of your collection, and it just got me thinking, would I prefer to share my collecting? So with these Mixie Picklins, it did make it even more special that me and Tilly joined in. Now, why did Tilly particularly want to join in on these dolls? It's the surprise element. So Tilly is my eldest daughter, and she absolutely adores anything with a surprise element, like the LOL tops she loves in the secret balls. She loves blind bags, and because these had like a secret element of revealing them with the magic potion, it was just totally up her street and knew she'd love opening them. So I just sat and supported while she opened them all, and she loved it. So once they were open, I said, well, we can call this our joint collection. So these retailed here in Britain, I think they were £24.99 initially. However, they went down on Amazon here in the UK to £12.50 a doll. Apart from, I think I paid £19 for this one, and then the one that was exclusive in Smith's, this one, which has got more separate fashion pieces and the wand, she is still in Smith's at the moment. She's £19. So a couple were 19, the rest were all reduced down to £12.50. She might put, I think there was another one of these as well that was 19, but it was an amazing saving. At that point I ordered everything. I've ordered everything except the Butterfly Girl. Oh no, the Butterfly Girl is the one that's still on at 19. I'm hoping that she comes down in price to £12.52. I didn't want to risk it with the Dragon Girl because she is probably my favourite. She's also Tilly's favourite, so I think all the rest were at £12.50. I'm waiting for the final Fairy Girl to be reduced down because she's very similar in a way to this Butterfly Girl, so if I miss out on her, it's not going to be the end of the world. Whereas if I'd have missed out on the Dragon Girl, it might be the end of the world for me. We unboxed them all and they're incredible. They come with the clip that you pull off the top, becomes like a doll stand. Their foot goes in. It's not ideal, so I have ordered these mini stands on Amazon, which I will put a link in down below. They're these stands on Amazon. They are a bit more substantial for the dolls, although they're not cheap. As you can see, the cost for just 4 stands, not cheap. But I just love them. So I'm going to take the camera down and I am going to show you the dolls and talk more about sharing our doll collections. So here they all are. You can see, look, you can see that they're not the most sturdiest of stands. They're much more stable on these stands. Hang on, bear with. So what did I buy? So I bought the Unicorn Girl. There she is. I bought the Dragon Girl. I bought the Mermaid Girl. I bought the Ice Queen from Smith's when we went doll shopping and present shopping for Tilly's birthday. I also bought the Fairy, or she's the Butterfly, and I have the Deer as well. So we are only missing the Fairy or the Butterfly. Can you see they're quite similar? What do I love about them? Oh my gosh, I think the quality on them is absolutely beautiful. I love the articulated arms. I love how beautiful and soft the hair is. I love the clothes on them. They all come with these sort of removable skirts. This doll here, the Ice Queen, which is a little bit more expensive, all her clothes come off separate. So she is, I think she was one of the last releases, and I think they've just got better and better as they've been released. But I just love, like, look, the details. You've got little butterfly antennae, you've got deer antlers there, and look at the moulded on clothes. You know, you've got shoes with like butterfly wings. Look at these boots on this doll. It is just a wonderful range of dolls. Look, you've got dragon scales on the boots here, and if you go on up, you've got, look, dragon flames and wings, and look at the ears, like you've got pointy up ears there, you've got droopy down ears there, you've got fin ears on the mermaid. Honestly, it's just so lovely. They're all so different. And also, part of my doll's house world downstairs, I really want to build onto the back of the doll's house some sort of magic forest at the back of the doll's house, and I was looking for some smaller sort of fairy woodland sprites dolls for that doll's world that I keep envisaging in my mind. So when I saw these come out, and if you want to see them being opened and all that magical process, then there's loads of videos online that will show you. It is just really wonderful. So right from the opening of these dolls, they feel like magic. They feel like they belong in a magical woodland. So I knew that I really wanted these dolls. Thinking about that sort of dolls magic woodland world that I want to build. these were the range of dolls that I just kept envisaging, and I just thought, oh, what a shame that they're £24 each. I mean, that's a lot of money if you're buying like most of them, which I have, but £12.50 each is still a lot of money for dolls. But when it's like a joint collection with your daughter and you know she's going to love it just as much, then it suddenly seemed doable. Extravagant, yes, really extravagant, but doll collecting is extravagant, isn't it? But doable, so I jumped. Now, I've seen videos online that are showing that there is a wave 2 coming out of these, which I'm super excited about. So I'm keeping my eye on any listings coming up in the UK, which I haven't seen yet, but I haven't checked for over a week. So, but I will be waiting again for price reductions before I buy, simply because it's the way it's got to work, I'm afraid. But we really enjoyed it, and I have to say that the opening process, sharing it with my daughter, was way more fun than me gatekeeping it and wanting to do it all myself. And believe me, I do have that in me to do that, especially when it comes to dolls. But to see how excited she was about opening them, doing the process, and getting to do all 6 in one go, it was just wonderful. And I thought, gosh, should I open up my collection more and like doll collect with her? It wouldn't necessarily work because she only likes the surprise element dolls. But I just thought, well, what if I met a friend who wanted to collect with me, or say I had a new partner at any point and they were like into collecting dolls as well? How would that work? And it made me realise I think I have quite a bit of gatekeeping elements within me, because I suddenly thought about charity shop visiting and thrift shopping with another doll collector, and the minute I thought of that, my elbows immediately came out in defence of just the thought of getting to a bargain first. I think because our charity shops here in the UK are tiny, often like the toys are just on 2 shelves. Our thrift shops are nothing like your giant thrift shops in America. It's just like somebody's front room, really. The toys, if they have any toys, is normally like 1 shelf or 2 shelves. It's a lot rarer to find any doll, let alone a doll that you've been looking for. So the thought of having to eke that out with another doll collecting buddy, oh, I think I would be resentful. But then I'm worrying, does that make me a horrible person? Does that make me selfish and grabby? Possibly, in a way, but I don't know. I just felt really bad. So I immediately dismissed that I wouldn't necessarily want a doll collecting buddy to go thrifting with, unless it was a gigantic thrift shop or car boot. That would be fun, but it would be better if we were collecting different dolls, I think. Oh my gosh, I think that makes me like a bit grabby. Oh, I don't know, but you see, it's been playing on my mind, and I thought, right, I'm going to ask you lot, would you like a doll collecting buddy that you actually physically in real life go doll hunting with, especially if you're a thrifter? I think a doll hunting buddy when you're going to brand new shops to buy new and see what on the shelves, I would love that. I would really love that. In fact, me and Tilly would often do it. I say, come on, let's go to the toy shop. So yeah, that would be fun. Or like to just go around to each other's houses and see their new collections, or to sit in their doll room. That I'd love. So I'm not totally antisocial. I think it's just the thought of thrifting with another doll collector in our tiny little thrift shops in the UK. Would I like a partner who also collected, whether that be dolls or say figurines? I'd love that too, although we'd probably need a bigger house to be honest. So yeah, doll collecting with friends. Now I think that it feels like I've opened it up to that by sharing with you guys. I feel like I have friends. You feel like you're like across the table from me, just chatting with me. That's what coming into my doll room feels like for me. I hope it feels like that for you too. So I think being a content creator is also a way of feeling like you're not collecting alone. And like, I love it when you comment and you tell me about things that you found in the stores, or whether you think my new dolls are nice or whether they're not for you. I love all of that. And of course, watching other people's channels, I love that too. So I don't feel alone in my doll collecting. But definitely letting Tilly open all of these was a real step out of doing this completely on my own. And it was really so much fun. Now, how would I feel if she suddenly said she wanted them all in her bedroom? I could lie and say I'd be okay with that, but I'm not going to fib to you. I want them in the doll room. So yeah, I think if she said she wanted to keep them all in her bedroom, we'd have to go and buy another set. Gosh, what am I like? I'm being honest though, guys. I'm being honest. It's lovely to have had this shared experience with Tilly. Hopefully when I've built the doll's house, she will come and play with it with me, which I will also love sharing. But for now, they're going to live in the doll room. Shall I show you the shelf where I've put them? Let me show you. So this is my desk at the end of my doll room by the window. And do you remember I put my Equestria girls, after I washed them, on this little bookcase which sits on the windowsill? There's the second shelf, so there's some extras added in. This car that I didn't know what it was, one of you lovely lot pointed out it's an Equestria Girl car, and it literally says Equestria Girl on the wheel. And I remembered that the day that I got all of these Equestria Girls for 20p each, this was also in the same box. I think I paid about £1 for it. I bought it thinking it was a Monster High car, but there you go. But look, you can see all the girls are in there driving and the figurines are out. We've got these people trying to calm the car down, and then from that shelf we come up to the next shelf, and there they all are, and I just think they look amazing. So they're in here for now, stored on the bookcase, but there is hopefully going to be some more doll's house making on the channel. I want to use some of my artistic skills to really start playing and crafting with the dolls. But I just think that this setup at the end of the doll room now on the window is just looking so magical, and I think this shelf is the most magical of all, and it just screams for some sort of enchanted woodland. So those are my thoughts on the Magic Mixie Picklins. If you've got these dolls, what do you think about them? Are you thinking about getting any of them? Are you interested in the second wave that's coming out? And what are your thoughts on joint doll collecting and doll collecting as a group pastime? What are your thoughts on that? So thanks guys so much for spending time with me in the doll room today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.